Hello again. Welcome back to Productive with ADHD. This is lesson 4, Going Beyond Task Lists. I'm Mina, and I'm so glad you're here. In the previous lesson, we talked about your experience with time and the real reason you struggle against the clock. We also explored techniques you can use to overcome those struggles and start making time work for you, not against you. If any of that sounds fuzzy, I invite you to pause this video now and return to the previous lesson. It's going to set the groundwork for making the most of this one. Throughout this lesson, I'm going to clarify some of the buzzwords you've probably heard flying around to explain the ADHD experience. By the end of this lesson, you'll have an entirely improved, more functional outlook on how you think about, process, organize, and complete tasks, starting by debunking a few myths you've likely learned throughout your life. Now, just close your eyes and imagine yourself with one of those big, giant, extra thick trash bags. You've got it open and you're staring up at shelf after shelf in your mind's library of memories. Gather up every time someone ever called you lazy. Gather them all up and throw them in the bag. Now go through the shelves and gather up every single time someone called you unmotivated. Gather up the time someone accused you of wasting your potential and put those in the bag. Now, grab up all the time someone called you undisciplined and put those in the bag. Think of all the judgment statements cast over your productivity and performance and throw every single one of them in the bag. Tie it up and throw the whole damn bag through your ear, because none of it's true. Now come back, open your eyes, and believe me when I say you do not have a personality problem. With ADHD, we, myself included, struggle with executive function, task initiation, and cognitive noise. Let's take a minute to define each of these and identify how they affect your life. Executive function is a set of cognitive operations that govern your ability to learn and achieve goals. These operations can be organized within one of 3 categories: working memory, flexible thinking, and self-control. And they can affect everything from your personal health to the health of your relationships and the health of your business. Within executive function is working memory. That's your ability to remember each and every micro task required to complete a project. Flexible thinking includes your ability to recover from interruption and your ability to respond to changes in the requirements of your project. And self-control covers skills like staying focused and on task, and even initiating tasks to begin with. Self-control also dictates our ability to ignore cognitive noise, like remembering a task that hasn't been completed and the drive to satisfy anticipation by, say, checking your text or email over and over. So you see, contrary to popular belief, ADHD is not a deficiency of knowing what to do. And it's not a personality deficit. You know what to do, at least for a short time. Your job is to record every little detail of what you need to do while it's fresh in your mind, and to prime yourself to prioritize, start, and switch between tasks more quickly with less stress. You'll need tools, and that's perfectly fine. Once you've made a list of tasks and you know exactly what to do, piece by piece, you face another challenge: task initiation. Task initiation is the process of taking a task out of your head and moving it into your body, actually getting started. You've probably examined this process from the opposite direction, procrastination, but that's different. Procrastination describes the choice to delay or put off tasks on purpose. I won't say that we never actively procrastinate on tasks, especially those we don't enjoy or don't feel are meaningful. But procrastination is even more likely when you think you have more time to work on things than you actually do. But if you've sat yourself down to get a specific task done and you find yourself staring off into space, nearly unable to just start, That is not procrastination. It is a task initiation block. You can imagine it as a simple disconnect between your mind and your body. In your mind, you know what to do. You want to do it. You just can't get started. And most of the time, you can overcome this problem with a simple priming habit to help your mind and body work together. The course textbook, which you received in the welcome email when you signed up for this course, provides multiple examples, instructions, and templates for developing your own priming practice. And the Better CEO productivity app for professionals with ADHD has a guided priming prompt built right in. Priming helps you reach task initiation more quickly. It will help you avoid unnecessary mistakes and improve your chances of following through to the completion of a project without missing steps. Developing your own task priming process is simple. First, break down the project. Don't leave everything in your head. Write down each small step to completing your project to improve your chances of success. Next, get present. You will not be able to follow through to completion if your mind is wandering. If there's something else vying for your attention, write it down, or if you're using the Better CEO app, create a project for later. Visualize. Your brain does this subconsciously, but not as well as it needs to. Help it fill in the gaps by actively visualizing each step to achieving your goal consciously. And finally, commit. Committing is a way to catalyze focus and task initiation. When you commit, your mind and body know you're serious. There's just something about committing after visualizing that will get you going every time. It helps to have external prompts to guide you through the process of priming yourself to complete tasks. So be sure to gather tools you can rely on. And that's it for lesson 4. You may be thinking, that sounds like a lot of extra work. It is, but a lot of work doesn't bother you. What you really mean is, that sounds like it takes a lot of extra time. Everyone is different. You might be right, but I challenge you to prove it. In the previous lesson, you'll find templates to help you audit and keep track of the use of your time. If you have any reservations about the cost of creating a priming practice to help you master your to-do list, I challenge you to test the time it takes to complete projects without it versus the time you save when you use this priming tool. Be sure to email me your results at mina@betterceo.app. Either way, I want to hear about it. But I can tell you now, none of this works when you're dysregulated. You cannot strategize yourself through an unmet basic need. In the next lesson, we'll talk about how to make your time management and task management practices really count by taking control of your temper through proactive regulation. See you there.